Everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm here with Alina Craft Project Share. I'm gonna link everything that I use down in the description box below if you're interested. I'm going to start with this fun birthday set. This one is so versatile. I made 3 cards with this. And I'm going to go through them one by one and show you what I did and what else I used with this die set. So for my first card, I used this cupcake that comes with the frosting, also comes with a layer that has flour in it, and you get separate flowers to layer. I use this happy birthday sentiment die set. You get 5 different happy birthdays with the shadow. You can also buy the coordinating stamp set. And then I used 2 of the square nesting die set from this squiggly set that I have. And I will link everything down below. So this is the card that I made. I kept it really simple. I wanted the emphasis to be on the cupcake. So my card base is purple. I put down a yellow cardstock first. And I cut this cupcake cardstock a little smaller. I think it's about 1/8 of an inch smaller or 1/4 of an inch smaller. I just cut a piece of purple cardstock to put it this way. And it matches the card base that I have just to separate the background from the 2 nesting dies that I die cut it. So the first one, the bigger one, I did in the same yellow as the background. And then the top one, I just did white because I didn't want too much busyness where I placed my cupcake. So I die cutted my cupcake. The bottom piece I did with purple glitter paper, and then I did white and pink. And I die cutted the extra flowers with glittered pink paper, and I just put a couple of gold gems in the middle. I put a little bow here, and the happy birthday I did with the same pink glitter cardstock as I used for the flowers. I just put a couple of gold gems. For my second card, I used the 2 balloon dies that come with the layering pieces. I use this happy birthday sentiment die. It's a great size. I love this die. Comes with the shadow. And I brought this stamp set to make my own cardstock for the background. Oops, I have the little flowers from the cupcake. And this is the card that I made. It turned out so cute, even though it's so simple. So my card base I did in peach color. I took a white cardstock, cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller than my card base, and I just stamped randomly with this stamp. And I used ombre ink. It turned out so cute. Here I die cut it the happy birthday. The top layer I did it in glitter paper, and it's got like an ombre look, and to me it matched the background. And I die cut it the 2 balloons in peach color, in 2 tones of peach color. The middle parts, the pop out, like they pop out these little stars and hearts. I did it in gold to match the sentiment shadow. And I just put a couple of very light peach hearts. And my last card using this die set, I used the 2 smiley faces. I used the birthday sentiment. And I also used just the strings from the 2 balloons. And this is the card that I made, and I love this card. It turned out so cute. So my card base, I did white. I put down a gold cardstock as the matting layer. And I just cut up a white cardstock a little smaller than the gold layer and ran it through my embossing folder. And this one says happy birthday. I die cut it the happy face, 2 of each kind. And I just did some paper piecing. This is the strings from the balloon set, and I just tucked them behind so it looks like These happy faces are balloons, and I just tie a little white bow here. And the birthday sentiment, I did one in black and one in this pink glitter cardstock, and I just offset it so it looks like it's a shadow. And for the eyes, I just put stickles, like a glitter stickles, so it's got that cute shine. For my next card, I use this tulip set. You can make so many different tulips. I love this set. And I use this happy birthday sentiment that's with the shadow. And again, I kept this card really simple. My card base is white. I took a watercolor paper and I did some ink smooshing with fossilized amber and spice marmalade to get this watercolor background. I die cutted my tulips in two-tone. The red ones, I did the middle with burgundy, and the peach color, I did it in kind of like a goldish yellow. My leaves, I cut them in half so I can tuck them in and they're not sticking out to the middle. And the happy birthday I did with the same red as the tulip, and the top part I did with gold cardstock, and I put a couple of gold gems. For my next card, I use this Wreath die. I use this happy birthday sentiment again. And I brought this bicycle die only to use the little flowers. And this is the card that I made. So my card base is craft color. I took a white cardstock. Again, it's 1/4 inch smaller than my card base. And I just ran it through my embossing folder. It's got lines. I put the wreath down, and I did the wreath with jelly printed paper. And I die cutted it again in gold cardstock, and I just cut off a couple of the leaves apart just to stick them here and there. Here is all the flowers from the bicycle set. I did it in 3 different colors, purple, blue, and peach color. And for the big flowers, I put pearl gem in the middle. For all the small ones, I put gold gems. Die cut it the happy birthday, the background, same purple as my flower, and the top I did the gold mirror cardstock. And I put a purple bow here and the same little gold gems on each side of the sentiment. For my next card, I use this beautiful butterfly set. You get 3 different sizes with the layering piece and 1 tiny one. So I use the middle size here. I brought these leaves from my stash. These are great to have. I use them over and over. I got this stamp set for the background. It's musical note. And I used this sentiment stamp set. I used the Hello Friend that comes with the coordinating dies. These are great to have. And this is the card that I made. My card base is craft color. I took a watercolor cardstock and I cut it 1/8 inch smaller than my card base. I did some watercoloring with some pinks, some yellow, and some purple. And I splattered it with gold paint. I brought that musical note background and I just stamped it here and there for the background with brown ink. I die cutted the leaves with jelly printed paper. It's got like purple and green. It's beautiful, turned out so beautiful. And here for the top layer, I did 2 rectangles. The bottom one is craft color to match the base, and the top one is white. It was too white against the watercolor background, so I just splattered it with the same gold paint that I did for the background. I did the 3 layer of the butterfly. I did the bottom shadow, I did it in purple. And the top is gold mirror cardstock. I brought the second size. Oh, I thought I used just the middle, but I did use the three little sizes, so middle, small, and the tiny one. So the middle one, I did just the layering piece with pink cardstock. Again, this is jelly printed. And the top layer, so that it matches, I did it in gold. Here is that Hello Friend sentiment. And these little hearts, I kind of cut them from this balloon. So I just decorated the background. For my next card, I use this butterfly set. This one, again, you get three sizes with the layering pieces. They're much smaller than the previous one, but they're so cute. I brought this stamp set to make my own background. And I got this for the sentiment. I use I Miss Your Smile. This one, you get 4 different sentiments, comes with a coordinating die. And this is the card that I made. It turned out so cute. My card base, I did black. I took a white cardstock and I did the background stamping with 3 different colors. I did teal, purple, and this kind of like forest green. Splattered it with gold paint. I die cutted my butterflies. The shadow I did black, and the top layering pieces I did in gold cardstock. I did the same with the sentiment. I just stamped it in black ink and I backed it up with gold cardstock and I just elevated them. And for the top layer, I didn't stick it down. I wanted it to have some dimension. And I brought the sequins that match the background. For my next card, I use this tropical set. You get 3 sizes of flowers and bunch of leaves. I also brought in for my sentiment this older set. She still has this in her shop, so I will link it. So I use the Hello Gorgeous, comes with the coordinating dies. And this is the card that I made. Now it's got a couple of layers, so I'm gonna try to explain it as best as I can. For my base, I used off-white. I put down this cardstock as the matting layer. I brought a couple of different cardstocks here. I did a strip here with kind of like a wallpaper cardstock, and then on top of it in the middle, I put this gold with peach that was from the same cardstock, just so that it matches. I cut up 2 rectangles. The bottom one is gold mirror cardstock. And I just cut 1/8 of an inch smaller with this script cardstock. And I just laid them on top of each other. And I put everything flat because I wanted to elevate the flowers. Here I die cutted the flowers with jelly printed paper. And I did 2 layers of each so they have dimension. I tucked the leaves. I die cut them again with jelly printed paper. I did in dark green, this kind of different color greens. And these 2 leaves I did in gold, just so that they're cohesive. I put gold gems in the middle, and here is that sentiment, Hello Gorgeous. I did the bottom layer, the cutting die with gold, and I stamped the Hello Gorgeous and used this stamp, and I just cut around it and put a couple of gems. My next card, I used this tropical leaf set. Now this one, it's only leaves. It goes great with the tropical flower set that I showed you, but you can also use it separately, which I did. I brought this, I believe it's called Kilted set. You get so many pieces. There is more in the back. I used the 2 squares and these 2 long strips that come with the layering pieces. And for my sentiment, I used this stamp set. I used the For You and I guess I didn't put it back, comes with the coordinating die. And I use this a lot. And this is the card that I made. I wanted to keep it clean and simple. So my card base is white. I matted it with this orange color. And then I die cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller, the white cardstock that's on top. I put everything down flat. Here is the 2 squares and the 2 strips. So I did the bottom square with the same orange cardstock that I put on the bottom here. And the top layer I did with orange and has white strips. I did the same with these strips here. So the bottom layer is plain orange and the top little piece is the striped ones. I die cutted the leaves in 3 different colors. I did some gold, I did this dark green, and I did these 2 with jelly printed green. And I just went around this square. And here is that For You sentiment. I backed it up with gold cardstock and I just stamped it with brown. I took one of those buttons from my stash. It was wood color and I colored it, painted it gold, and I just put a little bow here and I just put a couple of gems. And my last card for today, I used this nesting die. You get 4 pieces in here. You can use them like that or you can cut them into your paper. I use this cute ocean set. And for my sentiment, I use Life is Better with Friends. And this turned out to be my favorite card. So I had to make a shaker. My card base is white. For the matting layer, which was going to be the window for my shaker, I did some jelly printing with a couple of different blues and green. So it mimics the ocean. I don't know if the camera is catching it. And I just die cutted my nesting dies onto my paper. I did light blue for the top, medium blue, and navy blue. I did all my characters in watercolor and I fussy cut them. The seahorse, the turtle, and the starfish, I just popped it with foam tape. The 2 little fishes, they're just stuck down flat. The sun, I stamped it and then I fussy cut around it because I wanted the rays, and all the reefs are stuck down flat. And I stamped Life is Better with Friends in blue ink and I just backed it up with blue cardstock. I even put these 2 characters inside. I mean the leaf and this one here. So cute. I love this card. So that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys. Bye.